Hello everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Mina and this is going to be the start of another impromptu reading vlog. I'm literally still in the process of editing my Hocus Pocus sequel reading vlog, but I decided to start this one in the meantime. And again, like I said, this was super impromptu. I wasn't planning on vlogging. It's Sunday right now and I have the day off tomorrow, Monday, so it's probably just going to be like a Sunday, Monday, Tuesday type vlog, or however long it takes me to finish reading the book that I'm currently reading. The main purpose of this vlog though is for me to discuss with you guys my thoughts and my feelings on the new season of Haunting of Hill House, which is the Haunting of Bly Manor. It just came out on Friday and I started watching it with my husband this weekend, and he actually thought of the idea for me to vlog my experience or my weekend watching this season because it is one of my favorite shows and it's so well done. The first season was incredible. I loved it and I was just super excited for season 2. And from what we've watched so far, which is kind of a lot, we absolutely love it. I'm like obsessed and I can't stop thinking about this freaking show. So this is going to be both a reading vlog slash a Haunting of Bly Manor experience vlog. That being said, like I mentioned, we're already more than halfway through the season. I should have started vlogging yesterday, but I decided to wait until today. So we are 6 episodes in and we have 3 episodes left. So it's kind of like my end of the season thoughts, but I do want to discuss with you guys what I'm thinking right now, 6 episodes in, how I felt when I watched the first few episodes, and then I'll take you guys along on the last 3 episodes, our journey of watching the last 3 episodes. So my reading plans for this vlog are to finish Horrid by Katrina Leno. If you watched my Hocus Pocus vlog, you'll know that I picked this one up in that last vlog, but I read about 80 pages of Horrid, so I'm a good chunk of it in, and this is like a YA haunted house paranormal type story. We haven't really gotten to the actual supernatural elements of this book just yet. We're following a main character named Jane. She is in her senior year of high school, and her mother Ruth, who have just moved from Los Angeles to a small town in Maine after the passing of Jane's father, and they are moving into Ruth, which is the mother's childhood home, and it's this really huge like mansion. It's a manor actually, so it kind of fits perfectly with the theme of this vlog, which is like haunted manors. But they are moving into this manor and it's just like a creepy, sleepy town, and it's just weird and a completely different experience for Ruth and Jane coming from such a big city like Los Angeles. Right now we're just orienting ourselves into the characters and the setting, and we're just learning a little bit about this house. They are starting to now explore the upstairs of this house, and we notice that 2 of the rooms are locked. One of them is the master bedroom that Ruth's parents used to sleep in, and the other one is supposedly a storage room. However, if you read the blurb, you know that it's actually not a storage room. I'm not going to say anything in case anybody wants to be surprised and not read the blurb, but it's a room, it's a bedroom. So it's a little bit mysterious so far. There's a lot of like rose imagery and motifs going on. So I'm wondering like what the significance of that is. But so far I'm enjoying this. It's a little bit of a slow burn, but I do think I'm going through it pretty quickly. So hopefully I will be able to get this done within the next couple of days. It's YA, so it's like easier to burn through. And yeah, I'm just gonna take you guys along my journey reading this and also give you my thoughts of Haunting of Bly Manor. I'm going to give you my thoughts a little bit later because we are going to run out and pick up our laundry, possibly Starbucks, and then when I come home, I'm going to like just sit down and talk to you guys about my thoughts on the first 6 episodes of Haunting of Bly Manor. So I will see you guys in a little bit. Okay, you guys, I am back. Have my pink drink. I've been like really feeling the pink drink lately. Don't know why. I used to love drinking this, but I haven't gotten it in a while, so I'm like rekindling my love for this drink. But anyway, I kind of wanted to just sit down and talk to you guys about what we've watched so far in Haunting of Bly Manor. We are 6 episodes in, and to be honest, I'm the type of person... You okay, Ninja? You okay, baby? I have to show you guys her. She's just waiting by the closed door meowing because she wants to go in. So I'm the type of person that likes to savor shows. I don't like to binge in like one sitting or even like 2 days. That's not like the type of watching experience that I like. But my husband likes to just binge, and like he has to know, what's the matter, baby? You want to be on camera? You want to say hi to everybody? Or Yoda? Yoda is so big now, you guys. He's like a big boy. You're big boy, Bota. Anyway, so my husband's the opposite. He likes to binge. We watched 2 episodes on Friday, and then we were fine. And then yesterday, I was hoping we were only gonna watch 2 episodes, but then he was like, let's just watch one more, like please, like one more. And I was like, fine, we'll watch one more. So we watched the 5th episode, and then afterwards he was like, come on, like let's just watch one more. We can savor the last 3 episodes tomorrow and Monday. And I gave in, but whatever. So we watched 6 episodes, and so far I absolutely love it. I feel like the writers of Hill House and Bly Manor are so masterful at creating stories and characters that are so intriguing and like they just make you want to know what the hell is going on, and they really make you care about these stories. And the acting is superb, by the way. Even the children who are acting in this show are just phenomenal. They're like going to be big actors, I believe, when they get older. But I did find out that this is based on The Turn of the Screw by Henry James, which I have not read. So that was interesting to find out. But I did recently read The Turn of the Key by Ruth Ware, which is a thriller that is based on Turn of the Screw. So as I was watching Bly Manor, I was like, wow, this is very similar to a book that I just read. And I didn't realize like they're coming from the same source material. So I kind of understand like the gist of the story. There's a nanny. She goes to take care of, 2 children or whatever children at a home, and creepy things start to happen while she is there. So that's like the overall premise, but there is so much more going on that just makes this story so complex. And I don't want to spoil anything, but I feel like there may be some like mild spoilers involved in this vlog, so I will warn you ahead of time if something is going to be a spoiler. I also want to give you guys like what my theories are, what theories I had, and like what theories I have now. So that might also be spoiler-ish. There are some ghosts in this house, and the children who the nanny is taking care of, they are recently orphaned. Their parents died, and the previous nanny who lived in the house has committed suicide, or so it's believed. You're basically trying to figure out like who these ghost characters are, what is happening, and like do they have a sinister intention in being at this house. This might be spoiler-ish, but so be warned if you're continuing to listen. I kind of figured that the kids were in some way off. I didn't think that they were themselves exactly. That was like my theory, and I said that 2 episodes in. And we just passed episode 6 now, and we learned this is a spoiler, so please do not continue if you haven't watched the show. But we did learn that the kids are being inhabited by these 2 ghosts at Bly Manor. And basically those 2 ghosts are people who are connected to this family. One was the previous nanny who committed suicide. We still don't know like how she died exactly, but that's like the idea right now. And the other one is her boyfriend, who used to also work for the family, and he wanted to basically steal from the family, become rich, and move away to America, with that nanny, with the girlfriend. So it's such an interesting and like complex story. There's all these other characters. I'm going to give another theory. I don't know if this is spoilerish, but me and my husband think like everybody is a ghost. we really think that Hannah, who is the house, the groundskeeper, I guess you could say, we believe she's a ghost. We believe that the cook is a ghost. We believe that the gardener is a ghost, because they all are sort of tied to this Bly Manor property. They never leave the property. Hannah never eats or drinks anything, and they just like, they seem to be there to protect the current nanny. That's what we're kind of thinking, like their purpose of being there is that they're there to protect the current nanny from the sinister ghosts that are there at Bly Manor. We also just watched this really trippy episode. I believe it was episode number 5. Whoa, like if you watch the show, you know which episode I'm talking about. It's the one where we learn a little bit more about Hannah, the groundskeeper, and why she's always like out of it and kind of like off into space and like not focused on the here and now. But when I was watching it, I felt like I was watching a freaking Christopher Nolan film because of how jarring it was and how it like worked with time. That episode was one of the most fantastic episodes of television I've ever seen in my life. I just think that there's a lot more going on besides just ghosts, and there's a lot of like psychological aspects to these characters. Those are my thoughts for right now, and I will talk to you guys later when I get more reading done and when we watch more episodes. I have to wait for my husband to come home from work tonight for us to actually watch, but I am loving it, and I hope anybody else who is also watching the show is really enjoying it as well. Got ice cream, thanks to my husband. Okay, it's time for Bly Manor episode 7. Okay, we're scared. We shut off all the lights, but we're ready. Let's do this. Hello everyone, it's the next morning. It is now Monday and I'm off today, which is amazing. I've read some more of Horrid and I'm currently on page 175. So I do want to give you guys my thoughts in a little bit. I am enjoying it, and we have finally gotten to some of the spooky, intense scenes, I guess. Nothing like crazy. There's no confirmation that there are actually like ghosts or any supernatural presence yet, but there are hints at something creepy and spooky kind of going on, which is exciting. We also watched 2 episodes of Haunting of Bly Manor last night. So we only have 1 episode left to watch today, which is sad because I've been really enjoying this season. We finally have learned some more backstory about some of the ghosts that are in Bly Manor. I won't go into detail, but there was one episode 8, that takes us way back to like Renaissance, colonial American time. So that was interesting. I felt like that episode was a little bit slow though, and it could have been condensed into maybe half of the episode, and we could have gotten more of like the present day events, but it is what it is. And I guess we're gonna see what happens in this last episode. I'm hoping that there's a happy ending. There kind of was a happy ending for Hill House, so we'll see how that goes. And some of my theories have not held up. I don't think everybody is a ghost anymore. So yeah, that's kind of my thoughts right now. I do want to, it's like raining really bad today. It's like a super rainy Monday, and I think it's gonna be raining all day. I do want to make some oatmeal before I start doing some reading, and then maybe later we can go to Spirit Halloween to get some things for this outdoor Halloween event that we'll be going to at the end of the month. So those are the plans for today, and I will check in with you guys later. Got my oatmeal with bananas and cinnamon and almond milk. We don't have regular milk, so almond will have to do. And it is pouring rain outside. So we're about to watch the last episode of Haunting of Bly Manor, and I'm excited but nervous to see how it ends. I will let you guys know my thoughts when we're done. It's okay. Okay, so we just finished watching the last episode of Bly Manor. I'm gonna try my best to give you guys my thoughts, but I might just like film a clip a little bit later when my thoughts are more coherent and I've had time to kind of like sit and digest everything. I loved it. I really, really loved it. I feel like the writers did an excellent job of just making us really invested in the characters and giving us a story that was both terrifying, because there were moments that were absolutely terrifying. Why is this not focusing on my face? Because there were moments that were absolutely terrifying, but at the same time, I think their priority was just building a good story, which is the same thing for Hill House. I think that they started with a base, like creating characters and creating a plot, and then added in the scares on top of that. And I always feel like that's the most effective way to do horror, because we don't just want like gratuitous horror and monsters and ghosts. And I mean, maybe some people do, but to me, what's more important is like the story, and I think that they did really well there. I thought that their discussion of like time and memories was really emotional and sad, and I liked this idea. By the way, this may include some spoilers, so please be warned if you have not watched this season. I would recommend watching and then coming back and watching this, or if you don't care, keep going. But I thought their discussion of like memories and like going back to your favorite memories and reliving them and like re-experiencing them was really interesting and really sad, because there were, the way that they handled it, certain characters would like almost be trapped in their memories once they died, or if they were being possessed by a ghost, they would get trapped within certain memories. And it just felt like such an interesting way to handle it. I don't know how to explain my thoughts right now. I'm like all over the place, but I thought that that was really cool. And even though that one episode with Hannah was super confusing because she kept jumping through different memories, I felt like that was the most well done episode and one of the best episodes I've seen in like television history. So that was interesting. And the ending, where we learn, or where we see out the characters that we've been following this whole season, where they are in their future, I thought that that was really a nice way to end it. And it was like so sad and just like heartwarming, and me and my husband loved it. I don't know, you guys, like I really did love it. There were some moments where I thought that the story was lagging, it was getting a little bit slow, especially in episode 8, the one before the last one, where we are going back in time and learning the history of some of the ghosts from the house. I didn't care for that, but mainly because I don't like old time period pieces. So to me, like I wasn't that interested. I cared more about like the modern present day action. And that felt like it was dragging. It didn't need to be a full episode. But other than that, everything else to me was just so good and so creepy. The imagery, like the ghost with no face, that shit creeped me out so much. Like people with no faces, like that stuff scares the hell out of me. So like that shit was creepy. And I don't know, just like a lot of the ghosts and things, the plague doctor, all of that was just weird. I did notice some like secret ghosts in the background that they tried to like hide, which they also did in Hill House. So I thought that that was interesting to kind of like point out where I saw a ghost and maybe like my husband missed something, or where he saw something and then I missed it. So that was fun. But I think just overall the discussion of like grief and like mourning lost ones and being kind of like possessed, not just like physically possessed by people who died, but also just like being mentally possessed by your past and the choices that you've made and the memories that you have. Like, I thought that that was a really strong discussion. So those are my final thoughts on the show. I may come back later and add some stuff if I like remember anything else, but I absolutely loved it, and I hope you guys watched it and loved it as well. And discuss below, because like I'm not gonna be able to stop thinking about it. I already know that I want to re-watch this season, so, and I'm hoping there's a third. I gotta look into that, but I will check in with you guys later when I've done more reading, and maybe when we go to Spirit Halloween and potentially the plant store, because I do want to get another plant for the apartment. So I got myself a hot drink today, and this is the, I think, cinnamon dolce latte. Let me see what it looks like underneath the cap. Oh my god, that looks so good. Honey, look at this. Look at it. It looks like. Guys, this is my new look. Obviously not. No, this is a wig. I obviously need like a hairnet or wig cap underneath because you could still kind of see my black hair. But I'm gonna be going as Casey Becker for Halloween, or for the Halloween event that I am going to, and my husband's gonna go as Ghostface. So I figured this would be like the perfect costume because number one, Scream is like my all-time favorite film, and two, I pretty much have everything for this costume except for the wig, which I just got. I have like a beige knitted sweater, I have light blue mom jeans, and that's literally all there is to a Casey Becker costume. And then now I have my wig, so we're good. And then we got my husband the Ghostface costume. We got ourselves a little knife prop, and we're ready to go for the Halloween event. So that's I don't know why I keep throwing up the peace sign. This is like the third or fourth time that I've done it in today's vlogging, so let me stop doing that. But yeah, that's that. I don't have anything new to report. We got Starbucks and we went to Spirit Halloween. Didn't go to the plant shop because the one that I wanted to go to was closed today. So I think we'll just save that for another day. But I'm gonna go relax, get some reading in, and I will check in with you guys later or tomorrow or whatever. We shall see. But I'm gonna go now. Bye. Hello, you guys. It's been 2 or 3 days since I've last filmed for this vlog, but I did end up finishing Horrid. It's upside down. Let me try to move back a little bit because I'm getting kind of cut off. I did end up finishing Horrid by Katrina Leno, so I'm here to give you guys my final thoughts. It's like pouring rain outside. It's super cold, and I just went on 1,000,001 errands today, of course, to like do stuff. I had to get gas. I'm heading over to my parents' house now. I stopped at Barnes & Noble to pick up an order, and I stopped at Shake Shack to get myself some lunch. So that's that. And I also got myself a cold brew, which, by the way, can I just say that the Barnes & Noble cafe does it so freaking well, like better than the actual Starbucks. So I don't know what that's about. But yeah, let me give you guys my final thoughts. I don't want this vlog to be like extraordinarily long, and then I will show you the 2 things that I picked up from Barnes, and then I will let you guys be free of my annoying vlogging self. So overall, I did really enjoy Horrid. I think that I would give this probably a 4 out of 5 stars. It's definitely not a perfect book, and it's probably not like an all-time favorite of mine, but I did enjoy it, and I thought that it was a nice little YA ghost story. It had some creepy moments in it, and I think it's perfect to pick up during this time, perfect for October. And I think for anybody who isn't particularly a fan of the horror genre, or who would like to get into the horror genre, this is a good way to get yourself exposed to something kind of supernatural, but not overly scary. That being said, I did enjoy the characters. I did think that the story was good enough, but I don't think it was doing anything too original. I feel like there are so many mystery, thriller, horror stories that center around a young person moving back into their family or parents' hometown, learning a bunch of secrets about their family, specifically the mother and things that she is keeping secret from her children, and then some creepy elements happening, you know, while the person is at their childhood home or in their childhood hometown. So I feel like that's such an overdone plot that it's nothing original, but I'm not sick of that plot, so I don't mind reading it. I do love reading this like tense, kind of toxic mother-daughter relationship, especially in YA novels. I think it's like a trend, basically, because I've read Horrid, I read Mayhem, and I read Burn Our Bodies Down from the summer until now, and all 3 of those books have that same trope of the tense, strained mother-daughter relationship where the mother is basically keeping secrets from her daughter. They move, or they go to the mother's hometown and learn a bunch of secrets about the family. So I actually really enjoy that. If you're somebody who's tired of that plot and tired of that trope, then I would probably not pick this up. I do think that I appreciate the fact that there wasn't any romance between our main character and anybody, because that's so rare in YA. I feel like in YA it's just like they're trying to shove a romance down our throat most of the time. So I like that they didn't do that here, and I liked that the characters felt kind of dimensional because they had these certain traits or habits about them that were just so odd and specific to those characters, if that makes sense. So it really felt like they were real people because the author provided them with those traits, those quirks that made them kind of unique. So that is something else that I appreciated. I wish it was a little bit scarier, but I do kind of want to spoil the ending a bit. So if you are interested in reading Horrid, skip ahead, come back later when you're done reading it. But I really enjoyed the fact that the author chose to make the main character bad in the end. Not like bad, but yeah, she basically sided with the ghost and ended up not saving the person who was in danger. And I thought that that was like the only like unique spin on this book, because a lot of times, especially in YA, and I'm not like a huge YA reader, so I can't really like speak to this, but I feel like it would be common to see the main character specifically have some kind of character development and arc, and in the end be a good person. And like, we don't see that here. We see something completely different where the main character basically goes bad, which is cool, and I again appreciate and respect those differences. So 4 out of 5 stars, would totally recommend this one. And let me just show you quickly the 2 things that I picked up. It was like a spur of the moment buy for one of these. The other one I've been eyeing for a little bit. The one that I've been eyeing for a little bit is Lakewood by Megan Giddings. I think I was recommended this by Books and Lala. She was talking about how this is a horror sci-fi novel, and it follows a woman who undergoes these medical experiments in order to pay a debt for her family and to support her family. But we learned that obviously these medical experiments are bad, are like evil in some way, and I don't know, that just sounds like perfect. I love sci-fi horror, and I love reading sci-fi during the late autumn into winter season. I don't know why, but it's just like the perfect time. So I'm thinking of either saving this for November, or maybe I'm gonna pick it up next because I'm just so excited to read it. The other thing that I got, this was the spur of the moment purchase. I saw someone on Bookstagram have this and I was like, I need to look this up. And they had it in Barnes & Noble. And I don't know if you could tell, but this is the Trick or Treat Omnibus, and it's basically a collection of Trick or Treat, like the movie, comics, and I'm pretty sure it's based on the movie, but there may be some like other stories that are added to this because it is pretty long, but it's another horror novel featuring Sam from Trick or Treat. And I'm excited to read this, especially since we are so close to Halloween. I think this is going to be perfect for the next couple of weeks. And I'm gonna go now. I'm gonna go head over to my parents' house. I'm going to enjoy my cold brew and I'm going to enjoy my Shake Shack. And it is now Friday. It's the start of the weekend. So I hope you guys, well, this is going to be posted later, but I hope you guys did have a great weekend when this was happening. Anyway, I will see you guys in the next video. Thank you so much for watching. Bye guys.